Hi there, Winnie here from Draw So Cute. In this video we're going to draw 11 from Stranger Things. So let's get started. With 11 we're going to first start by drawing her face. So I'm going to start right here and basically kind of drawing like a bottom of a U. So I'm going to go to the other side, right there. And I'm just going to bring in this nice round bottom. Like that. So it's just a nice curve. And then from there, I'm just going to bring it up a little bit more, a little bit higher. And before we finish that, I'm going to go straight up to the center. So I'm going to find my center, say about right here. I'm going to go all the way up, about this much right here. Give myself a point, and then from there, I'm going to draw a curve. And so this is going to be her hairline, the start of her hairline. So from this point right here, I'm going to bring up a curve. And so it's kind of like drawing the top of a heart. It's this center right here that dips in and comes up on both sides. So instead of just making it nice and smooth, I'm going to come in here just to add a little bit of zigzag here and there, just to make it look like she still has hair up there. Even though it's very short, it's still hair. So here and there, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of zigzag and then bring it in. So same thing on this side. So maybe here, just a little zigzag like that, and bring it around. So that's the shape that you're aiming for. So a little bit high, like a heart up here, and then just nice curve at the bottom. So then from there, I'm going to start to draw the eyes. I'm going to come about right here towards the bottom right here, giving her a nice forehead. We're going to come about right here towards the edge and draw 2 circles for the Draw So Cute eyes. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right there towards the edge, draw another circle. So I'm going to make them Draw So Cute eyes. I'm going to put 2 small circles inside for highlights and a curved line at the bottom and shade in the top. And the lines at the bottom. So same thing over here, 2 small circles and a curved line at the bottom and shade in the top. And the lines at the bottom. Okay, so I have the 2 eyes in. So then from there, I'm going to come up here and just draw a very soft brow, just a curve on top of her eye. And same thing over here. And I'm just going to come over to the edge right here and just give her 2 very simple lashes. Same thing over here. Nice and simple. And of course down here I'm going to give her kind of like not really a smile, because 11 doesn't really smile. I mean, she does, but not all the time, right? So I'm just going to give her a little, very little slight curve, just very slight. And you can cap it off. And then from there, let's draw her ears. I'm going to come where her eyes are. I'm going to come out about right here. And I'm going to draw a big curve for her ears. So I'm going to come in here for some details, a curve and a curve. So same thing on the other side. Just drag my points over and draw another big curve and the details inside. So then from there I can draw her head now. So I'm going to come about right here, very close to where I started her face, and I'm going to come up on both sides, and I'm going to come and draw this curve all around. So it's not going to be very high because she does have very, very cropped short hair. So I'm just going to bring this curve up, and notice I'm not just drawing a very round curve. Here and there has some angle so that it doesn't look, it looks a little bit more natural if you give it some more angle. So maybe like right here you can add a little zigzag that comes out. So it looks like she still has hair. and then bring it in. So there, got her hair in. So it's still looks like hair, right? But it's very, very short. So that's our goal. Okay, so now that we have her face in, let's finally draw her cute little outfit. So I'm gonna come right here in the center and draw a curve. And I'm gonna come out and give her some shoulders on both sides. So before we get into all the little details for this outfit, I'm gonna come, let's say, about right here. I'm gonna give myself 2 points. So it's kind of where I figure her armpits are gonna be. And I'm just gonna draw 2 angle lines. Okay, so it just makes it a little bit easier so I know where her arms are now. And from there, I'm gonna come in here, about right here, and draw a curve down. So this is the beginning of her jacket. And from there, let's come in here first and draw this little collar that she has on her dress on both sides. So it was really hard for me to figure out which outfit to give 11 now that season 2 is out. But I figured this is the classic 11 outfit. So I'm just gonna stick with this one and hopefully you guys love this outfit that I'm putting her in. So right here, I'm just gonna bring this jacket down a little bit more. Bringing this down too. Okay, so now before we finish that, let's come up here and I'm going to draw the collar right here of this jacket. So right here, I'm gonna curve it in and curve it in. Same thing on this side. Okay, so then we have that in. Now let's bring this jacket down a little bit more. So go all the way down. And let's see here. Let's start to finish off the jacket about right there. And then from there, let's connect it. So I'm gonna come about right there and connect it to my sides, on both sides. And I'm gonna add a little bottom cuff right here for the jacket detail. So same thing on this side. Okay, so then from there, let's draw her arms. I'm gonna come about right here, giving myself still a little bit of edge right here. I'm gonna come in here and draw her arms right here. So the jacket part, I'm gonna come down and it poofs up a little bit towards the bottom. So I'm just gonna start to poof it out a little bit and then bring it in. So her jacket, the length of the arm is about the same as the jacket right here. So I'm gonna bring this part in and connect it. And then I'm gonna give it a little cuff as well. So let's do the same thing for the other side. Come in right here a little bit. And towards this area right here, we're gonna start to poof it out. I know this is a little bit more complicated. I'm trying to make it a little bit more realistic. So hopefully you guys love how this turned out and I'm making it easy for you to follow along. So right here, I'm gonna connect it, giving that a little bit poof and the cuff on both sides. Then you just come in here, draw a little crease area. For the sleeves. And then you connect that part up. Okay, so then now let's, before we draw the hands, let's come back up here. So let's give her waist about right here. I'm gonna add a little curve right here. And I'm going to start to bring her skirt down. So right here, I'm gonna come in and draw her skirt that comes out a little bit. Bring it down a little bit more. And from here, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect it with curves and bring it back up. Okay, so then from there, let's draw her hands. So her hands are gonna be resting about right here, kind of clenched a little bit. So I'm gonna come out on both sides right here. And I'm going to bring this part in, curve it, and connect. So then come in here, make it easier, just draw a little curve that comes down. So same thing over here, curve for the thumb, come out, and connect into that shape, and then come in with a curve for the fingers. And then now let's draw her legs. So I'm going to come about right here and draw 2 angle lines. So same thing over here. So imagine her hips, her legs about right there. And I'm going to bring this angle down. So same thing over here. And drag this one down. So we're going to taper so that her ankles is getting thinner as we go down. So same thing on this side. And from there we're going to bring this down a little bit. So we're going to start to draw her shoe. So we're going to straighten out a little bit. So same thing here. Let's straighten out a little bit. So the angle went too deep. But let's look at this side. I think I did better on this side. So I'm going to bring this curve and I'm going to come out. So right here is where her shoe is going to start. And I'm bringing this out and connect it. So that's the shape. Basically come down and then angle out this curve right here for her shoe. Okay, so let's try to do that with the other side that I messed up on. So I'm basically bringing out a curve. So make sure I'm not, one leg is longer than the other. So I'm going to end about right there. Bring it out. So same thing over here. And connect it. There, I think I saved it. Okay. So then now let's, we have a lot of little details we're going to be drawing. So I don't want to use a Sharpie because it's going to muddle everything up. So I'm going to switch to a ultra fine point Sharpie, just a little bit thinner. And so the details don't get muddled up. So I'm going to come in here. The first detail is the, let's say the jacket. I'm just going to add a little pocket right here on both sides. I think these are like members only jackets, right? They were so popular back then. Okay, so then let's draw some details for this dress. So I'm just gonna wobble some lines across. A little bit wobbly here and there. Maybe about that many. And in between each layer, I'm just gonna come in here and draw a line here and there. It's just to make it look like those ruffles on this part, the texture that's on this part of her dress. So here and there, just add this small little curves, lines right there. Some at the top, some at the bottom, just to help give it some texture. And then from there, let's come right here and I'm just going to draw another small line, so where her waist is. And I'm going to come in here and draw a lot of little lines for the little creases in the skirt. And I'm going to come up here and just also draw some lines. And notice everything is going towards the center, like that. So maybe some of them can be a little bit longer. Okay, so then let's see here, what else are we missing? So then from there, of course, her shoes and her socks, her awesome socks. I'm going to come about right here and I'm going to cap it off. And let's see here, we're going to give it 3 stripes. So 1 stripe, 2, and 3. So 3 colors. Let's see here, 1, 2 and 3. And then for her shoes, I'm going to come right here where it starts to straighten out, and I'm going to come over here and draw a curve. And then I'm going to come in here with an angle. So then right here, I'm going to come down to the bottom right here and draw the bottom, just following the bottom right there. And I'm going to bring in a curve. And from here, I'm going to draw this curve that connects this part all the way through. And then you can just come in here and make it a little bit easier. Just draw some X's for the shoelaces. Okay, so same thing over here. Right there, I'm going to angle it and curve. Right bottom, just finish it off. And same thing, a curve right here. And connect this part to this. And just add some X's right here. Simplify it like that. Okay, so we got her feet in, and then that's pretty much it. I know this is a little bit more complicated, but I hope I made it easy for you to follow along and you love my version of 11 from Stranger Things. Thanks so much for watching, and if you loved it, please give me a thumbs up and share it, and remember to subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos. See you later.